Hey guys, it's Alex, and I'm back with some more Astroneer. This is episode 2 of our short little Astroneer series, so let's get out and explore the world. Hopefully, maybe someday, the universe. So last time we were here, I went into this cave, and as I was coming out, there was an atrocious sandstorm. And it killed me. Multiple times. Not proud of that fact. But I got a backpack loaded up with some tethers. Let's see. What way do I want to go? In reality, I'm looking for copper. So let's place a couple of these. Now, there is a source of aluminum over there with possibly copper behind it? Or is it more resin? Hydrazine. So hydrazine is the fuel for the spaceships and the large generator, I believe, or the large generator I think actually takes coal, which I've never actually found coal in the world. I don't know if that's because of the world that I'm on, or the worlds that I was on, or were on, or any combination, what have you. Oh, damn it. Well, that's a great way to start. So some of the plants, like that weird gross cactusy looking one, when you mine underneath them to get their little research blobble, they explode and either release a cloud of gas or some, what I'm assuming were like explosive spikes or something. Now I'm just gonna go back here, go to my backpack, grab everything off my pack. The one thing I noticed is the solar panels don't seem to go anywhere. I find that a little weird, but I guess it's alright. Alright, and another plant ball. It's not quite released yet. There it is. So the early game is definitely about these things. You need a bunch to be able to do some of the high level stuff. Like I said, I really want a truck. I love the trucks. They make the rover look stupid because they're just massive and they can go over anything. One thing that I do like, you see how the bases kind of connect to that thick, like, umbilical cord type thing? The vehicles have that, and they can connect to the bases also. So it can go either the base can power the vehicle, because everything is electric, or the vehicle can power the base. I've had it in ways that typically my vehicle is the powerhouse, and my base doesn't have, my base just has storage, and I connect the vehicle up, the vehicle has, fuel condenser. I connect the vehicle up, and the vehicle dumps all its unused power back into the base through its batteries and fills the base up. I do like that. You can kind of mix and match all your parts and pieces, and what I do like is the vehicles can connect to each other. That's actually a really key thing that I do enjoy. So everything's kind of based on these little slot things. I don't really know what to call them. Connection points, I guess. So trucks have more connection points than rovers, and so forth. So the rovers... I gotta avoid the gas clouds. Come on. Get it. Run. Run. I don't know how the gas clouds are sentient. I don't ask. Hoping to get one more. I know I don't necessarily need it. Alright. And out we go. Is there a research ball maybe? Now these things, and I hate them so, you can take them out by disconnecting them. So hopefully those guys are dead now. Do we get the research ball from underneath this? No. See, this plant didn't hurt me, even though it looks like it should explode or something. I also don't know how this kind of force thing works. Maybe this guy's a Jedi. I'm not entirely sure. He just kind of holds his hand out and it just kind of goes with him. Come on. At least he seems like he's moving. I would really like to get a rover or a truck. And for those of you who don't know, this isn't a single player game. it can definitely be played single player like I'm doing right now, but it almost reminds me of like a Lego game because it's drop in, drop out co-op. So what that means is you can have people join you at any time. They can leave at any time. They don't have to stay. They don't have to be with you. They can drop off all the resources and take off. It's 4-player, drop in, drop out. It's actually nice and convenient. Early on, I tried to do it with Anthony. His computer's not the best, and even my computer had some struggles. Filters. And he would crash and then relog, and then we'd go from there. It was all right, and we kind of worked around it. It was slightly annoying. It has been fixed mostly, like you saw in the opening screen. It is... Oh, that's super cool. They updated the texture for this. I actually really like that. It is still in pre-alpha state, so it's not... It's nowhere near done, I would say. It is available on Steam in this pre-alpha state, which is actually very cool. And I think it's $15, $20, somewhere in that area. I bought it instantly. This game was a PAX 2016, the first year with Chris. I believe I do have an interview with one of their developers. It was the booth that they had was packed, and it was no surprise that this game was going to be popular, whether it was YouTube popular, which the second it came out it was, or it was, so I need that, or it was just regular people buying it. I did follow their production a little bit after PAX. I tried to get in contact with them. It worked a little bit. But I ended up buying the game the day it came out on pre-alpha. A lot of people did. And it was totally worth it. There were a couple of day one bugs, like I said, that crashing and the drop-in, drop-out thing didn't work amazingly, but it worked. It was there. Also had some problems with the tethers. And I think the funniest part about the issue we had with the tethers, because everybody had the issue, was the developers saying, we didn't expect you to build this many tethers. I'm not really sure how they expected people to get around in the game, to stay close to where they were, to not travel. I'm not entirely sure. It was very weird that they would say that. But they fixed it, and we're back in, and the tethers work. You can place as many as you want. It was an issue with the tethers data, I guess, because the tethers can go forever. You can connect as many as you want. And what was happening was the tethers were trying to compute the data, the transfer between you and your guy and the base. And what was happening was, because of that, every area where there was a tether had to be loaded, because it had to know if the tethers were moved, if the tethers had fallen. It had to know if the bases had power. So you were essentially loading the whole entire area that you've ever used. I'm going to build one of these because I need the big one. So this is why I do this little thing. You'll see in a second. But they've since fixed the tether issue. Runs smooth. I have no problems. Alright, put that there. And that solar panel fills, I think, a bar at a time, which is actually super cool. I can build a big wind vane. I don't have the lithium for a battery. I could build a generator if I wanted to. The seats are for the rovers, the spaceships, and that kind of thing. There are separate ones for that. I think what I want to shoot for... Do I have enough for this? Yes. So I'd like these storage panels. They take the 2 connectors to, I believe, 8 connectors. We'll see in a second. So I believe it's 4 on each side. Yep. And on the base, they fold down, which is super cool, so you get kind of access to everything. And I like to just dump a bunch of stuff on the base that I don't need. I don't want to build a storage, so yeah, it'll kick it off. Actually, Yeah, I do want to build a storage. And this will take the whatever material it needs if it's on this building structure. If it's somewhere else, it doesn't work. I get it. It can't just fly across the whole entire base. Alright, so that's that. So I have 1 lithium, I think 2 copper, and then aluminum. Now, what I need is more resin to expand the base even more. Resin. Where are you, resin? Is this a resin hole? I don't remember. That's a compound hole. That's a compound hole. I want to find, and I'm surprised I haven't found any. Normally you can kind of see them off in the distance. Oop. Is those structures, the space stations or what have you, that have fallen from the sky. They're actually a pretty cool game mechanic in the fact that if you find one with solar panels, the solar panel still functions, and it functions like a gigantic solar panel, because that's essentially what it is. And if you have a vehicle, say your vehicle's, it's dark, or say there's no wind and your vehicle really relies on wind power, you can hook up to the solar panel, and the solar panel will recharge you. It's nice if you're out and about, and you didn't expect to be a few thousand feet away from your base, and have no power, and you can kind of, oh god, please no. Not again. Not again. Run. Run. Get as close to the base as you can. Run. Alright. Safe. Some of these things do actually refill, which is cool. So those little spires, if you can see my cursor, off in the distance, right there, those things do refill over time. They're not quick, but they do refill. And they have ones that are resin, compound, they have oxygen, and... Oh, do I not have another compound? I thought I had another resin. Darn it. This is not a time for this. Come on, I need one more to expand the base. Because I almost would like a fuel condenser. It is helpful later, although hydrazine is super easy to find, and it doesn't take a lot to fill a spaceship. I'm so surprised. There's no structures. There's none. Oh god. Back to the base. Hydrazine, like I said, is used as fuel for the big spaceships and things. I don't know if there's a way to turn it into energy, to turn it into power for the bases. I'm not 100% sure. I know the small generator uses organic, which is actually very cool. The big generator, I believe, uses coal. Let me see, do I have, what does it take to make, oh, I had a resin on here. Stealing that. Boop. Oh god, not again. So what I want now, preferably, is a vehicle bay. So I think I have 1 aluminum. That's a copper. This is an aluminum. So the vehicle bay is what obviously lets me build vehicles. It also, and this is a slight bug. It's not a big deal if you know about it. The vehicle bay can build the seats and things on the vehicle. I prefer to avoid this because what happens when you do it on the vehicle bay, or at least what has happened in the past, is you cannot pick the seat off the vehicle. And it will not move, and you're kind of stuck with the configuration that you're stuck with. And it kind of sucks because, say it's a rover and you want to put the seat on a truck, you now have to make a new seat, and you have nothing to do with this rover. You can kind of haul it around, but it's going to be a waste of space because it's got a seat on it. So let's go over here and grab some aluminum. Now I don't think I have the research for the truck. I believe it is a researched item, whereas the rover, your guy can just kind of build that. He just knows how to build a rover for some reason. He's just smart like that. Now, the base probably has no power right now, but I'm more doing this for oxygen than anything else. Yep, the base has no power. And you notice even the guy's headlight dies. when he has no power. How many do I have? It takes 4 to fill the smeltery, so that's kind of what I want to go for. Come on. Come on. That's 3. It can be very time consuming in the beginning because there's not a lot of power to be had. Is there power on the walls? Power right there. Gimme. Just gonna cheat it and steal power from some sort of power plant that I don't understand. This game's got a lot of things like that. Come on, I need a little bit more. Was there some over here? I think there was. There was. Gimme. Is that enough? Yes, that's enough. Run back to the base. Run, little astronaut man. Right now they have 4 characters. They have this guy. I think they have like a little chubbier dude, and they all kind of... I like this guy because he looks like a cosmonaut a little bit. I don't know. Do. Run back to the base. Come on, little man. Little man. Run. Alright. And I don't know if they fixed this yet, but this was another bug that I was a little annoying because you'd lose a lot of resources. Is the smelter, if it doesn't have space, just kind of made stuff disappear. Alright, that's all I need. And the smelter, again, I don't know if they fixed this either. It will use all of its power no matter what. That's why I make sure to put 4 things on it, because if I don't in the early game, it is an extreme waste of power. And it just eats through your power, and it makes you sad. Because if you're relying on solar panels, like I am, then you're kind of screwed. I only have 1 lithium. I could build a small battery. That's a tough decision because I could build a battery, but I'd rather have the base battery because it feels like monstrously larger. But what I can do is put another big solar panel on. Compound. I wish this game had some sort of mini-map, but I know they don't want to do a mini-map because heads-up display. Ah, yes, rover. So the shuttle's the smaller one, the spaceship's the bigger one. So I only have the 2 right now. Both are built with compound. I could build a rover probably soon, but I think I'm going to save it for next episode. So thank you guys for joining me on this 2nd episode of Astroneer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. It's all up to you. Alright, if you did like it, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.